What's up, Copy Squad? It's your boy, Kyle Milligan, coming to you live from the Meditation Chamber in Boca Raton, Florida. And today, I think I'm going to go a little bit off the usual path that we take here. And I don't really think I'm going to talk much about copy at all. And I think that this is kind of like an important lesson that I kind of want to address. And over the last 4 to 5 minutes, I've kind of rattled this idea around in my brain. And it's about this expression, I'm gonna need you to. So at my current job, let's go back in time really quick. I've either been fired or walked out on all of my jobs. I don't really do well with the boss. Now looking back, I can just tell it's not a model that works for me. And I've had meetings even at my current job at Agora Financial where suppose I'm being recruited to work for one team. For those of you who don't know, I'm a floater. I'm allowed to work with whatever imprint or editor or guru I want, and I have basically avoided joining any specific teams. And I've had some conversations with some of the copy chiefs and kind of gotten my concerns and stuff across. One concern that I'm able to voice explicitly, because it's hard for me to put into words some of this stuff, is this phrase, I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna need you to. There's something about that phrase that makes my blood boil. It makes my skin crawl. This idea when someone says to you, I'm going to need you to do this for me, right? And all of a sudden, what can you do? Especially if that's your boss. You have to do it, right? Whether you want to or not. That's your position. Someone says, I'm going to need you to do this, you get to doing it. That's just how it goes, right? And I think that's one of those phrases that I've been able to isolate in my career where I realize that is a trigger phrase for me. Yeah, that's one of the things that'll set me off and cause me to walk out on really good jobs, in a heartbeat. And it's just weird. But yeah, that's kind of I'm self-aware enough now to know that. And now I've built a career where I sort of have a buffer and a skill set and a moat, right? Copywriting, where I can I still have to help. I have to be cooperative and work for people, but I don't have to take orders sort of an indentured servant, you know what I mean? And I think that's very important because somebody just left a comment on one of my free copywriting videos that started with, man, you really need to. And sure enough, straight to the moon. Oh, I need to. So I think that's important. I'm going to try to keep it as level-headed as possible. That someone watching free videos of mine suggested I need to do anything. And I think now you can kind of see just where it puts me, right? I've got a whole career where I've made it so that no one can really say stuff like that to me. And it's one of those things obviously you're going to get stuff on YouTube and you're going to get stuff on comments, etc., etc. But I think it really illustrates the point. This comment was basically I'm going to need you to stop pitching your book, basically. That's basically what it sums up. Is put your book at the end. Don't pitch your book in the videos. If you do a good job with your videos, someone will happily buy your book. And to which I replied, all right, dude, if you don't like the videos, you don't have to watch them. They're free. But at the end of the day, your business is built around selling to customers, right? So what you do with the business, all right, so don't get it twisted. What you were watching now is an advertisement, right? Whenever I sit down and I give you copywriting tips, out of the goodness of my heart to build goodwill, it is so that you will listen to my pitch. That's the exchange that we got going here. And if you don't like it, you can take a hike, okay? Take a hike, let's just play that, all right? So, and that's not to lash out at anybody or be but that is the inherent implied benefit. You get this free information and I get to run an ad basically to you. Yeah, you don't get to select when I time my ads or how I produce the ads. Okay? So the point is, the point of a business is to create a funnel, ClickFunnels guy, Russell Brunson always says, you're one funnel away. And for the free stuff, it's hey man, listen to the free stuff. It costs you nothing, all right? Maybe 15 minutes of your extremely precious time, okay? So you get one of these videos for 15 minutes, and if you like it enough and you want more information, you can check out the book, kylethewriter.com/book. I've forgotten the links. I've been pitching the newest product. So yeah, so if you like it, you get the book, right? I'm running a business here, right? I give you some free stuff, and if you want more information, you can check out the book. Now I get it. I guess the guy says I pitch too much. Okay, cool. So the book, and then lately I've been pitching the more expensive back-end product. More expensive back-end products, because they're more expensive, require a larger investment, require more pitching. The reason they require more pitching, just like whenever you write a front-end letter for a cheap item, you can write a shorter, almost more gimmicky, a little more light sort of letter. Whenever you're writing for a back-end, like a $2,000 product, you've got to really dig down and provide a lot of solid proof, and it's got to be treated with a lot more, seriousness, right? So when I'm pitching the more expensive back-end product, I do have to dedicate more time to basically getting that product out there and establishing why someone should buy it, right? So this is also a copywriting lesson in itself, right? Yes, I'm spending more time pitching in some of these videos, but it has a lot to do with the nature of the product that I'm trying to sell. So, again, it would be like, I model everything after my man Frank Kern, right? So I'm kind of copying his intent-based branding, where I give away free content and then I pitch, right? And I think that's really important to note. Everyone's welcome to this free information. I even answer questions the next day when someone asks me a very specific question, and I cater it directly for them, and then I offer it for free. I take my time to do that, right? So I think what's important is for folks who get a little bit frustrated, I guess, with the pitching maybe or something like that, is that this is a business at the end of the day. A lot of people, especially in the direct marketing space, warned me, don't do free content. Free content's a waste of time. Don't do free content. You'll just get a bunch of tire kickers and freebie seekers and people who are just going to take your information, they're just going to ask questions, and they're never going to buy anything. And I said, all right, well, I like making the videos. It's easier than... I write all day. All I do is write and read copywriting all day. So a video is a change of pace for me. I get to talk a little bit instead of just hashing out more emails, doing an email newsletter. Man, that would just be even more writing, and I might just go insane if I had to write that much more. So I like the videos, and I went against what everybody said, and I started making videos for free that will live forever, that you can always go back and search for free content and stuff like that. And yes, I use headlines that grab attention so that you will click and you will watch the video. And again, it's one of the things I'm trying to say is if it's making money, right? That's another thing that kind of bugs me about it. I need to. What, do I need to stop making money? Because I'm doing pretty well with this so far, right? So it's it would be like me hitting up Frank Kern and be like, dude, your intent-based branding is so annoying. My man pockets 6 figures on the regular, all right? And I've had a pretty storied and successful career for as short as it's been, right? And I've pitched it as my pitch. Part of my pitch is that I made several $1,000s selling a $12 book this way. So maybe instead of criticizing, pay attention, right? Criticizing free content is obscene in itself. It's just absolutely asinine. I find it unacceptable. I'm happy to answer questions, but I do not respond kindly to, you need to do this. I never have. And it's not going to start here on a YouTube channel where I give away free information. I can see my face turning red every time I say that line on the camera. All right, so that's all I got. Let's see if I got any questions, comments, anything like that. I do not. Well, look, today's your lucky day. I didn't spend 15 minutes pitching my book, so a little short 9-minute video. But I do have a video coming out, or not a video coming out, got a product out now. It's called The Process. Basically walks you through my process of writing a sales letter. Yes, it's an expensive product. Yes, it's meant for people who want to up their copywriting game. It isn't for freebie tire kickers who like to sit around and fantasize about writing copy on YouTube. It's for people who are in the game and want to make more money, more efficiently. All right? So that's who the target market is. If it isn't you, that's okay. It's totally fine. All right? That's available at kylethewriter.com/process. 6 hours content watching me, showing you how I do the copywriting process. And that's all I got for today, Copy Squad. My book is available. It's called Take Their Money. It's at kylethewriter.com/book if you'd like a cheaper front end sort of offer. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out, Copy Squad.